中に攻撃えぐいな。だがブラザー
Sometimes enemies can be so powerful that you just have to work as a team to defeat the opponent. Seeing your favorite characters team up is always an epic moment. The criteria for this top 10 is a team of at least 3 characters, with a focus on how well they fight together.
魔力を解いた。何のつもりだ。
At a time where 7 Deadly Sins had fantastic animation, we got this epic fight, where multiple sins worked together against someone who was considered strong at that time. Even the combined forces of the sins and knights was no match against this powerful foe. However, some careful planning and teamwork to power up the MC's revenge counter was just about enough for a decisive blow. They were unlucky that Escanor wasn't around, otherwise it would have been over in seconds. Oz may be powerful, but you know someone is in trouble when the Straw Hats walk slowly. It's not often that we see the Straw Hats working together, but when they do, it's almost always an epic moment. Oz is already a powerful being, but infused with the MC's shadow, on top of being a zombie makes him far more powerful. However, it still wasn't enough in front of the combined might of the Straw Hats. It was almost as if the crew had been waiting for their chance to go toe-to-toe against their captain. Oz should be thankful he feels no pain, as having your spine shattered to pieces isn't a great feeling. This is an anime where a virus wiped out most humans, and vampires used the opportunity to enslave the remaining population. The story follows a boy with hidden powers, who has the goal of wiping out the vampire scourge. And this was the first official encounter with one of those powerful beasts. Despite being a villain, this vampire was a badass. But unfortunately he was too busy trolling instead of seriously going for the kill. Otherwise we could have seen more of this character. Nevertheless, he was one prideful vampire that refused to die at the hands of mere humans. We finally have a Season 2 of World Trigger. Team fights have been the core of this series, with many amazing team battles along the way. This fight is between a 4-man team of some of the best border agents versus 2 powerful invaders. The most impressive aspect of this fight is the amount of thought behind the strategies employed, and the amazing coordination between team members while analysing the enemy at the same time. Those who don't know this series may be shocked to see limbs casually chopped off. But not to worry, these bodies are made of energy and not real flesh. The improved pacing and animation make this fight that much more epic to watch. Gintama is known for its comedy, but no one expected the serious arcs to be so epic. This was the first encounter with the main antagonist, and it took all their combined effort just to stay alive. The trust between characters was key in this fight. Kagura is just a 14-year-old child, and here she is catching swords with her bare hands without blinking an eye. Her voice was all that was needed to bring Gin back from the shock of seeing his mentor. Other shonen protagonists might take an entire arc, only snapping out of it after an explanation and a pep talk, whereas Gin went straight for the kill without looking for any explanation. Stain may have technically been a villain, but he deserves a lot of respect for how immensely skilled he is. His quirk would be pretty useless if he didn't have the skill to get close enough to take the opponent's blood. And this is especially difficult against quirks that can shoot fire and ice. However, Stain's experience and skills were far beyond their capacity, with multiple instances where these young heroes could have been killed or had their limbs severed. Luckily, this trio had a good balance of long-range attacks and close-quarter skills to cover for each other's weaknesses, especially their lack of experience. This season of Attack on Titan had many similarities to Season 1, except the roles are now reversed. Eren and the Survey Corps mass-murdered thousands without blinking an eye. This was only possible thanks to the trust and fabulous teamwork between the main characters that had developed over many years. Sasha didn't even budge after taking her shot, because she knows her team has her back, even when the enraged Cart Titan charges. Ironically, the Cart Titan faced the same consequences of rage charging as Eren did in Season 1 when Thomas was killed by a Titan. Their amazing teamwork and skills are reflected in the limited casualties. Less than 10 perished against 4 warrior titans and an entire army, a stark comparison when compared to the thousands that died in previous seasons. Jujutsu Kaisen Brotherhood has delivered another fantastic fight, but this time a team-up against this special grade curse. It's unfortunate that they could not all fight together at the same time, but there were still many great team plays. We start off with this trio combining their abilities to maintain a stalemate, and when it was all about to crumble, Maki joined to form a powerful weapons combo. It's amazing to see how people who never worked together were able to work together so efficiently. But this was all nothing in comparison to this duo with golden chemistry. An unbelievable level of synchrony between individuals that knew each other for just minutes. And it kept evolving from friends to best friends to brothers. It's worth remembering that this was only possible because they had the same taste in women. A spectacular action sequence with just a simple teleportation ability. And yet, this scene has more imaginative angles, clever camera tricks, and beautiful choreography than any other teleportation-based fight. When faced against a powerful foe, perfect teamwork was essential to have a fighting chance, and that's exactly what we got here. A combination of many different abilities to slowly chip away at the enemy while learning his fighting style. Unlike other shonen fights where the MC suddenly learns the opponent's fighting style with no basis, here the opponent lays the groundwork for his own demise by repeatedly teleporting behind our main characters. This allows our heroes to recognize and exploit the error, and in turn, deliver a powerful combo.